Generative AI costs less to use and gives more relevant responses than a web search in low-resource contexts. That's the top-line finding of a research paper done called "Could AI Leapfrog the Web?" The researchers wanted to find out why, while 87% of the population of sub-Saharan Africa has access to the internet and connectivity, broadband, only about 37% of people use it, and then mostly for messaging apps. Mostly they say that data costs too much, websites are optimized for bigger screens, and mostly people are using their mobile phones. The researchers decided to look at a case study of teachers in Sierra Leone and see how they derived value from internet connectivity. Basically, they found that the teachers found generative AI, or an AI chatbot, to be easier to use and give better results with less data. But let's look into this a little bit. So the teachers would do a search, say they wanted to develop a lesson plan. The website, in this case google.sl, because it's the most commonly used in Sierra Leone, gives them 5 or 10 websites. Those websites were mostly North American or European websites. They'd have to click on it, read through it, decide what information was good, relevant through those websites, synthesize all of that information. And remember, they're doing this all on their phone. Synthesize all of that information and develop a lesson plan out of it. On the other hand, when they used the AI chatbot, they asked the question, the bot did all of that, looking at the different websites and summarizing it, and developed the lesson plan for them. This made it a lot easier for the teachers and took a lot less time. The researchers also found that the teachers, because the content in those lessons plans was basically based on North American and European websites, it was, first of all, more correct than the top 5 websites, more relevant than the top 5 websites, but it was also not contextually relevant. So what the teachers were doing was asking the bot to adapt and adjust the lesson plan to include local characters or morals of the story that are common to the context in Sierra Leone. So even though the content wasn't out there, the teachers were creating content using the chatbot. This is really interesting. And what they found was that the chatbot was much easier, gave better responses, used a lot less data, and therefore cost less. The researchers think that an AI chatbot costs about 1/8 of the cost of a web search. This has potentially huge implications for how people get information. There are a couple of caveats. These are teachers in Sierra Leone. They speak English. They were working in English. They were using the AI chatbots in English. We know that using generative AI in low resource languages costs more than in English. Also, the researchers saw that the teachers who had higher levels of education were able to prompt the AI bot better than teachers with lower levels of education. So in contexts where teachers don't have as high a level of education, maybe more training would be needed, or you would need to design an interface to support people with lower levels of education. Still, super interesting. I'd really like to see if this cost differential, if it still costs 1/8 to use an AI chatbot that it would of the web in a lower resource language, say Swahili or Hindi, where there's still quite a lot of data out there, a lot of contextual, really relevant information, and see if that still stands up. But still, it was very interesting. And that's what's interesting in low resource language tech.